I recently had conversations with two people who had gone to a doctor for the very first time. And as they talked about their doctor's visit, they talked about the doctor, what they shared and what the doctor shared with them. But then both of them said to me, yet the doctor had terrible bedside manner. That's the phrase we often use to describe how a doctor talks to us when they are conversing about our condition or what we've come to ask them about or whatever medical question may be on our mind. That bedside manner, well, that makes us feel comfortable if it's a good one, and if it's not a good bedside manner, we feel uncomfortable. Well, what does a good bedside manner look like? Well, I think, first of all, it lets you know that you're important and that they're listening to you. They're not in a hurry to get you out of the office or out of the examining room, but they want to spend some quality time with you. They want to hear what you have to say, and then they want to be able to communicate with you in such a way that you understand their concern and their compassion for you, as well as how they think is the best way to go forward. So when it comes to that doctor's visit, whether it's in an office or at a hospital, we want someone with good bedside manner. It makes me think about our own walk as Christians in this world. What kind of bedside manner do we have as a people of faith? That is, in our day-to-day living, as we're living and interacting with people in the world, what is our conversation like to them? How do we treat others when we talk to them? How do we express ourselves or share what's on our mind with others? Are we pleasant to be around when people are talking to us, or do they turn the other way when they see us coming? How do we converse with others around us? Well, the Apostle Paul wrote a wonderful verse in his letter to the church at Colossia that speaks of this very thing. Let me share with you what Paul had to say in Colossians 4, verse 6. He said, "Let your conversation be always full of grace and seasoned with salt." Let your conversation always be full of grace. Well, what does that look like when we speak in grace to those around us? Well, it says, first of all, to the individual, that you matter to me, that you're important, and that I care about you. It also says to the individual that my words and my thoughts hopefully are guided by my relationship in Jesus Christ. That is, I'm going to try my best to speak in the way that Jesus would speak to an individual. Well, when you look at the Gospels and Jesus' conversations with other people, think about how he talked with them. He saw everyone as an important person, whether it was the Samaritan woman at the well or Zacchaeus, the tax collector hanging from a sycamore tree. He treated people with dignity and respect and genuinely cared for them and their situation. He didn't blow them off because of some choice they had made with their lives that he didn't agree with, but he offered them grace and compassion and kindness. He was patient with people. He didn't get frustrated. He involved himself in their lives and tried to lead people to a fuller expression of who they could be. And when we think then about how Jesus interacted with those around us, it is a good model for how we are to live our lives out as we relate to those around us. Are our conversations full of grace? Are they seasoned with the salt? Salt that makes people thirsty to know more about the one that we follow named Jesus. You see, really, Jesus should be that filter in our lives that everything goes through in our words as well as in our actions. that we speak in a way that genuinely reflects who Jesus is in us. And our world needs this right now. They need to hear from us as a people of faith our words of grace and kindness and compassion. Vocabulary in our society and the conversations that we engage in have become so hard and so divisive and so mean-spirited at times, even from us who claim to follow Jesus. Well, I think Jesus expects more from you and me if we say yes to him as our Lord. He expects our conversations to be modeled after his, ones that are filled with grace and words that build people up, encourage other people, and lead people to experience the Jesus that we have experienced. So, what's your bedside manner when it comes to living in the world? What's my bedside manner? That's something we need to examine every day. Every word we should give thought to. Every comment we should judge in light of our relationship with Jesus. And then speak in love and grace as Jesus has spoken to us. And in doing so, we'll probably find out the world is a better place. And so we can be as well. God bless you.